Hey everybody, Dr. Chris Grier here, and I've got a series of 3 videos coming out here on this coronavirus situation that's happening. Because as you all know, the world is changing based on the risk of this infectious disease, and I'm here to tell you that, as always, your best defense is a great offense. What I mean by that is, as with any health issue, the best way to make sure that you're safe and your loved ones are safe is to be vibrantly healthy. So I'm going to bring you a small series of videos here on how to do just that. And I'm going to start with this video, number 1, because I think it's the number 1 thing we all can do better to make sure that we're super resilient against infectious disease or any sorts of disease or any sorts of health issues in general. And that first thing is sleep. Now, I mention this regularly in my talks, in my practice, in my videos, all sorts of times I have the opportunity to talk about sleep. But the reason I do it is because sleep is powerful in helping us be absolutely as healthy as possible. It is essential for all organisms on Earth. And how do we get great sleep? Well, we have to think about quality, we have to think about quantity. Now, we all think about quantity and we go, oh yeah, well, I'm probably getting 6 or 7 hours of sleep, that should be fine. No, the reality is if you want to be optimized, you need to be between 7 and 9 hours of time asleep. Not in bed, but asleep. So sleep opportunity is different than time asleep. So make sure that you are in bed for at least 8 to 9 hours. That will give you the opportunity to be asleep between 7 and 9 hours. So that's the quantity part. The quality part is different. Now, we have to really think about how to get the best type of quality. If that's something that you think you might have an issue with, and if you don't think you might have an issue with it, you very well might anyway. So we need to start with that in the PM bookend. So what to do at night, in the evening, before you go to bed. That's what I call the PM bookend. Now, create a time at night that is the line where you say, okay, everything's done for the night. I'm just going to be a human being. I'm going to stop thinking about work. I'm going to stop thinking about the problems of the world. I'm going to interact with the people around me or enjoy time alone and work myself into the best night's sleep possible. So that's what I call the shutdown complete. Draw that line in the sand, same time every day, roughly, and that's your shutdown complete. Then you work yourself into a point at night, which is an hour and a half or an hour before bedtime, and that's your digital sunset. At digital sunset, that's when you are done with anything with a screen, your phone, your TV, your tablet, any of those sorts of things, computer screen, any of those things just get shut off. You don't have them around, and don't be tempted. Put the phone in airplane mode, turn off the TV, put the tablet in the closet, whatever it takes. Shutdown complete leads to digital sunset, leads to pre-bedtime routine. Pre-bedtime routine happens about half an hour before bed. You get all the stuff out for the next day that you need, whether that's your workout clothes or your work clothes, whatever that might be. And then in the 5 or 10 minutes before bed, you take the opportunity to breathe. And in breathing, you take a series of breaths that help bring your nervous system into what's called a parasympathetic state, gets you ready for optimal sleep. And I like a couple of different techniques, whatever's easiest for you to remember. There's what's called box breathing, where you breathe in through your nose for 4 seconds. You hold it for 4 seconds. You breathe out for 4 seconds, and you hold it for 4 seconds again. And you keep doing that box breathing. That's a great one. One that I do personally is a 6-2-8. 6-2-8. I breathe in for 6, I hold it for 2, and then I exhale nice and slow till I've completely exhaled for 8 seconds. So in for 6, hold for 2, out for 8. If you do 4 or 5 rounds of that, that brings your nervous system into a state that it's totally more ready for sleep than it usually is as we go bustling about our day until we, finally turn off the light and go to bed, check our phone one more time, and then set it beside our heads and have notifications happening all night long. That's what we usually do. Please utilize what I just mentioned, shutdown complete. Work yourself to digital sunset. Then do a pre-bedtime routine where you get yourself ready for the next day, you do some breathing, and then you're ready for bed. Because again, the best defense is a great offense, and sleep is one of the best ways that you can be absolutely as healthy as possible. I'm Dr. Chris Grier, Bright Futures Chiropractic. Let's stay calm, let's get ourselves as healthy as possible, and we're all going to be just fine.